So you all hail from Baldur's Gate, the largest metropolis and city-state in the region in this region rather of the Sword Coast. It is a crowded city of commerce, perhaps the most prosperous and influential merchant city on the western coast of Faerun. Even the most hardened adventurers, however, watch their steps in Baldur's Gate. It has a reputation for being a rough place where crime and opportunity walk hand in hand and where anything can be bought, sold, or seized at sword point. If something can be given a price, it's for sale somewhere in Baldur's Gate. Now, a stomach bug has been running through the ranks of the city's mercenary security force, a group called the Flaming Fist, and it's left them a little shorthanded. One of your group, I believe, is a member of the Flaming Fist, that's right?
Yes, it is.
All right, and so that would be, I'm still...
Kyle.
Kyle. Kyle. I gotta remember that, like Jor-El, Kyle. Got it. All right. Kyle. So you kind of got contracted into accompanying the Grand Duke of Baldur's Gate and the leader of the Flaming Fist, a fellow by the name of Alder Ravengard. He is, again, the Grand Duke, which is like basically the president of Baldur's Gate. And he is on a somewhat reluctant diplomatic mission to the neighboring city of El Terrell. Now, the interesting thing about El Terrell is in the sky over the city is a radiant sphere that they have come to call the Companion, that blazes like a second sun. The Companion bathes El Terrell and the surrounding countryside in this holy light. It first appeared 50 years ago and drove an undead army out of the city and has hung in the sky over El Terrell ever since. Now, whereas Baldur's Gate has a well-earned reputation for being a nest of vipers, El Terrell is seen as a beacon of faith, order, and high culture. The two cities have endured a long, bitter rivalry, though the conflicts have always fallen short of open warfare. There are people who would see that the tensions between the cities lessen and relations improve. So you're on this mission accompanying the Grand Duke, Alder Ravengard, and you arrive in the Kingdom of the Two Suns, or El Terrell in the surrounding area. And you've been invited to attend an important meeting. The Order of the Gauntlet has learned that the Cult of the Dragon is operating in the Eltergrard woods, and he's gathering the Flaming Fist and others to discuss the problem. Our adventure begins with all of you in a private room of a tavern called A Pair of Black Antlers, located in the holy city of El Terrell. The tavern is the unofficial headquarters of this Order of the Gauntlet, and their leader is a fellow named Ontharr Froom. He's a good-natured paladin, and also attending is a priest of Lathander, a fellow by the name of Gideon Lightward. Now, after some introductions and all that, Ontharr pounds his fist on the table and calls the room to order and begins to speak. My friends, I am glad to see you gathered here today to discuss the growing threat of the Cult of the Dragon. We have received troubling news that the cult has burned down the town of Greenest to the south. There are rumors now that the cult has become bold enough to even conduct rituals in the Eltergard woods due north of here. Together, we can deal a swift blow to the Cult of the Dragon by attacking their forces while they scheme in our local woods. I say we put aside our squabbles and act together. What say you? And Duke Ulder Ravengard and Gideon Lightward heartily agree with Onthar. Onthar suspects that the Cult of the Dragon is transporting treasure to Baldur's Gate for onward movement north. He wants you to find the cult in the Elturgard woods and capture a cultist for more information. Duke Ulder Ravengard, ultimately your boss, Kyle, politely asks that you would go on this mission and reminds you that the mission to Elturel is a diplomatic one. So the two cities might finally have a lasting peace with one another. Let's see. All right. So he asks, this is Duke Ulder, he asks you to cooperate with the other factions and believes their success would give him an edge in the diplomatic negotiation with Elturel's High Overseer, a man named Thavius Krieg. Gideon asks that a teenage Hell Rider lead the raid against the Cult of the Dragon in the Woods. Now, a Hell Rider is this elite cavalry unit who have sworn oaths to defend Elturel. And this Hell Rider is her name is Rhea Mantlemorn. And she's going to be effectively leading you on this mission to ferret out the Cult of the Dragon in the surrounding woods around Elturel, which are called, the surrounding countryside is called Elturgard.
So, Dan, are we hunting down things in the woods or going on a diplomatic mission or both?
The larger framework is that you're on a diplomatic mission. That's what you are in the city of Elturel for. But this is like a little side quest before said diplomatic mission occurs.
Okay.
Oh my God! Look at this. A plate of cookies. So, can I have the whole plate?
No,
I can't have the whole plate. I'm going to take cookies off the plate. Oh, they're all mushy. This is wonderful.
She wants you to share it with the rest of us.
I know.
I didn't come here tonight to hear food porn.
Oh, no. I'm sorry, Joe. My mouth is full of cookie.
Right.
Okay.
Bastard.
All right. So yeah. So they're in the city of Elturel for the diplomatic mission, but this is a side quest. This is something that the concerned parties would like to have dealt with, and you're just the folks to get it done.
Okay.
All right. So without objection or further comment, let's see.
So we got to go out and track someone down, is what I'm hearing.
Right. But you're
I'm
being
built
led.
for that.
Right. You have an escort. I'm sorry, I'm eating cookie. I'm very unprofessional. But how can you say no to cookies? Fresh out of the oven. Okay.
Tell Megan I'll be there in about an hour.
Are you trying to like sell something, or
Don't wait for that shit to cool down. Just go at it.
Right?
It's just another reason why I just one day hope to be able to play at a table with everyone.
Snacks,
So we can get
right?
surprise
No kidding.
cookies.
Right? Surprise cookies rule. All right. The bright magical light above Elturel, known as the Companion, constantly bathes the holy city and the surrounding region of Elturgard in a radiant glow. Birds chirp gently as you walk, following Rhea, along a dirt road to the Elturgard woods north of Elturel. Along your journey, you see many happy travelers and religious pilgrims of Lathander headed to Elturel. Now, just outside the city, you pass a majestic weeping willow tree atop a small hill with a serene view of El Terrell. An elderly priest of Lathander officiates the wedding of a young couple. The young couple sees you and approaches and asks if you would be witness to their final wedding vows.
Yeah, I don't work for free.
They explain that in El
What
Terrell,
fancy sense?
it's customary to invite strangers to witness a newly married couple's commitment to their union.
I'm gonna stop and witness.
I'll do one Paco Bell, but I mean, I don't want this to be a regular thing.
So the couple gently hold hands and look each other lovingly in the eyes as they begin to recite their final vows. Before the morning Lord Lathander and those here today, I commit to you now and always until we return to his endless light. And the newly married couple thanks each of you and gives you a flower. Each of you a flower. Wasn't that nice?
It was so special.
What type of flower?
They have no idea how good of a deal they got, fancies.
Now, I'm a bad DM and I haven't filled in all my passive perceptions or your skills yet into my little spreadsheet, so I don't know who has a passive perception of higher than 11.
I do.
I have a
Not
12.
me.
All right, those with a 12 or higher hear someone yelling for help in the distance. This is sometime after the wedding, by the way, after you've moved on. So it's been, another hour has gone by or whatever. But now you hear this yelling for help in the distance, along with the sounds of growling animals. Rhea hears it and immediately starts to head toward it. Any character that hears the growling can make a nature check. Ooh, Muriel. All right. So you have determined that the growls are coming from wolves known to roam the Eltergard region. So you're going to go investigate the screams and growls?
Yes, and I will tell the rest of the party what I hear, and that they're wolves.
I pack the little guy inside my vest and head that way.
All right.
You sure they're not huskies?
I'm positive because I got a 19.
Dan, off topic a little bit.
Yes.
When I hit 3rd level, can I take my homunculus and turn it into a shell for the owlbear instead of it being a regular homunculus?
Into a shell for the owlbear?
Yeah, like in Star Wars where he has that little thing he travels in?
I don't. Talk to me later about it when we get closer to 3rd level.
Okay.
I don't know if the owlbear is going to be a long-term partner in your shenanigans or not.
Okay.
The elbow. You can't let it die.
Where is he, by the way? Like, is someone...
I have him on me.
You have him, okay.
That's why I said I just tucked him into my vest as I headed that way.
Okay.
So the thing about owlbears is that they have, or baby owlbears, is that it's very difficult to care for them. Your owlbear is not thriving under your care. It's actually very weak and not eating very much, despite your attempts to try to feed it.
Why do you have to crush my dreams like that, Dan?
Maybe we should just leave it here.
I got chickens at my house. We can get some of that feed, and I bet you he's gonna eat it. That's all I got.
But that's the baby owlbear that you have in your care. He's alive. He's not in imminent fear of dying, but he's not thriving under your care. He's kind of sickly.
Alright, next time we're in Baldur's Gate, I want to go visit one of the mage homes or something like that to get information.
Now, interestingly enough, These woods are known to be home to owl bears.
That would be perfect for a rogue to just sneak the owlbear there.
Just put it down somewhere. I'm sure some
Yeah.
Dan, with
owl bear mom will come pick it up.
with my tracking skills, can I see after we do this fight? Can I check for owlbear paths?
Sure.
We've gone above and beyond for this owlbear. Like, and I care about owlbear. I love owlbears.
All
What
right.
part of the ethos? I'll shut.
I'm jamming another cookie into my mouth real quick. But you hear yelling, "I'll be making fur coats out of you yet!" yells a fiery girl, sitting atop a tree branch 12 feet off the ground. The young girl is wearing a colorful rainbow scarf that bristles in the wind as she throws rocks at the 3 white wolves hungrily growling from the base of the tree.
I'm going to move forward and take a shot. Is anyone else going to move forward and do that?
Yep.
I'm going to, Dan, I'm going to try to stealth in closer to get a shot at it before they see us.
All right, let's give them each a perception check.
I would let everybody in the group have some kind of.
Oof. One of them is going to notice you. 22. So unfortunately, one of them did pick you out and has alerted the others.
Okay.
But I guess since they've noticed you now we can roll for initiative.
We always knew it would come down to this someday.
I don't have a token on the board. Or any board.
Marcus, right?
Yeah.
I see your token.
I don't have anything. I just have like a plain white grid.
Oh,
Interesting. Let me try redropping your character, see what happens.
I see my token there, but I can't select it.
Okay, so now I've got a token, but there's nothing else. I'll refresh. Why not?
Right.
Do you need to give me
Control.
the ability to
area.
control? Yeah.
Right. Here we go. There it is.
Yep. Okay. Got it.
Did refreshing help, Marcus?
Working on it. So actually, what? There we go. Yeah, it did. When I refreshed, it put me into the War of the Lance game.
Oh,
So I don't know what the deal is with that. It must have been like a
Hello, can I go
something cached or something.
Right, right.
That's weird.
It takes like one of the last games you've loaded, I think.
Yeah, weird. Oh well, whatever. It's all good now.
activation I need?
All right.
You know, let's get the book.
Who are we missing? Missing one?
I just rolled.
Tyel. That's who we're missing.
Yeah.
I had my token selected and I rolled and I got a 12.17.
12.17. We'll sort this out. And Salim goes first.
Okay. So seeing wolves, sorry about that. Frog in my throat. Yeah, so seeing wolves, he's just like, oh, great, this is how we're starting off. He wants to keep them as far as possible, so he's just gonna look at the closest one. Just gonna be this guy, and they're just wolves, so I'm just gonna send out Bell Oh, wow. Mind Sliver? It's an
Mind
intelligence
Sliver,
save,
okay.
but it's only going to do 1 damage.
Intelligence save for the wolf. He got a 4. So that is 1 psychic damage to the one on the lower right. 1 psychic damage. Any secondary effect from Mind Sliver? Doesn't he fail his next saving throw automatically or something like that?
You drive the Disorient Spike, Psychic Energy. They can take 1d6 psychic damage and subtract 1d4 from the next saving throw it makes before the end of your next turn.
All right. So that was Salim. Anything else?
I guess I'll just move a little bit. Just there we go. I'm gonna hide behind. Oh my god, what am I? Dragon creature. Oh my god, what are they called?
Rake?
No, or the playable dragons. What are they called? Oh my god.
Dragonborn?
The Dragonborn, yes. I'm gonna hide behind the Dragonborn because he looks like a good human shield.
Yeah.
I should say Dragonborn shield.
All right. So up next is the Hell Rider, Rhea Mantlemorn. She's got a heavy crossbow. She's going to aim and miserably fail with the 5. And then we go to Fancy.
Okay, so who's this? You know what? I'm gonna give it to the. I'm giving her a. Do you see? Bardic Inspiration. She has a Bardic Inspiration.
Who does?
The one that's 12.17.
Kyle?
That's me.
Yep. You have Bardic Inspiration.
And I'll hold.
All right. Now we go to Mr. Wolfie's turn. Mr. Wolfie is going to break away from his friends, and he is going to skedaddle 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. And he is going to try to bite Muriel. And he misses. Now, this young girl up in the tree is just throwing rocks. So we will go ahead and looks. Oh, she hit for 1 damage. We'll say to one of these guys. And then we go to Kyle.
Well, the one that charged my companion. And Bardic Inspiration, what's that at?
It's
Wait.
plus.
It's plus what?
I think it's +6 to hit, or with a save and something else.
So I'm going to add the +6 to the 11.
So that is
If you-
a hit. Was that sharpshooter too?
Yes.
All right. So 15 damage.
Yes. I am a kind of bounty hunter assassin type guy, you know.
Blasted it into next Tuesday. Dagon.
Fancy gives a little Bill and Ted's.
What on now? I'm still eating cookies the entire time, by the way. I know you were all very concerned about that.
Damn, Dan, that's a lot of cookies, man.
I'm about to run to Cumbies.
Dagon charges up. Ooh, and a swing and a miss with the Warhammer. Hey, it didn't play the thing. Why didn't it play the noise? I'll play it.
Do you have your sound turned off?
Alright. And just one attack for Dagon, I'm sure, at this point. But, ooh, now this wolf is going to try to bite you. Ooh,
Wish I got it.
he hit with a 21.
Oh,
Let me roll that damage. That is 8 points of piercing damage. Mr. Foster.
Alright. Let's see. What do I even have? I'm just gonna take a light crossbow shot at the other one that's over there. What? And I did 0 damage? How does that make?
How does that make any sense?
You're
It's
negative.
1 plus -1, so I don't know.
You're
if you
negative
have a-
dex.
Oh. Well, so it's
Yeah.
always a minimum of 1, so
Always
I
a
guess it's
minimum
1.
of 1, right. So this one out front?
Yeah.
Minimum of 1, alright. Good shot, Marcus.
Yay!
This guy is gonna say things aren't looking good for Mr. Dagon. Because now they've got advantage.
Paladin's not that smart.
Roll for this advantage with the bite. That's perfect.
Ooh.
Alright, Muriel.
Alright, I'm going to just pull out my short bow and shoot the one that's already hurt. Oh,
Nice. 20
And I
points of
do-
damage.
I do get sneak attack.
Right.
Yeah. So yeah.
Bang. Down goes another wolf.
I look back and give a thumbs up.
Salim, we're back at you.
Okay. Let me try. Let me see. Okay. I'm gonna hit it. So I'll try dissonant whispers. That's what I'm trying to say, and I'll go for this wolf.
The only one left, right? He made his save though.
Interesting. Hold on. Let me just double check. On a failed save, it only takes 3d. Oh no, that's failed. Oh, it takes half as much damage, but
6 points.
Okay, yeah.
And no secondary effect, right?
yeah, the secondary effect would be if it failed.
Right. Right. All right. Rhea Mantlemorn is
Love
going
this.
to take her shot here. Ooh, and she hits for 2 points of damage. And then Fancy to finish it up.
Yeah, this guy?
You got it, Fancy.
Alright, hold on. Alright, this is how close Fancy feels like getting. Alright, Fancy will cast. Oh, it's so vicious mockery. Go ahead, make your save.
Here comes the save. Failed. 2 psychic damage. What else happens?
Now it has disadvantage on the next round.
Awesome. Okay. Disadvantage on attacks? Or disadvantage on saving throw?
Just on its first attack.
Disadvantage on its first attack. Alright. He might not get there. Because he's got a single point left. And the girl in the tree throws a rock and just misses. And we go to Kyle.
And I missed.
Bummer. All right, Dagon. Oh yeah, it takes him out. He only had 1 hit point left. Down he goes. So, all right. So, now that the wolves are defeated, the girl climbs down from the tree, and thanks you profusely, and immediately begins giving you a pitch, asking for coins, so that she might be able to afford attending the academy in El Terrell. Could you help a young girl out? A young girl on the street trying to make good of her life?
Is she just begging, or is she serious?
Oh, she's serious.
Does she talk to me or the whole group?
The whole group.
I'll
Well, I
hand,
mean,
I'll hand her 5 gold.
5
Wow.
gold. Wow.
I
What?
think for that you should give us your pretty rainbow scarf.
She says, all right. So there's 6 of you. If you discount Rhea. She said for 5 gold, and she says, I'll do this. And she pulls a piece of 5 or 6, we'll say 6, 6 pieces of thread from her scarf, and tells each of you that if you return this thread to her after she becomes a famous scholar, she will give you 1 free lesson of your choice.
I would really just rather have the scarf.
How long will it
Saleem,
take
since
for her to
he
get
is a
down
scholar, will take it, and he
Like-
kind of chuckles.
sounds like Trump's state.
And he'll look at her and say, "Okay, if that's how it is, when you become a famous scholar, come find me in Baldur's Gate, and I'll introduce you to, the crowd."
After I hand her the gold, I hold up the owlbear. Since you're going to be a scholar, research how I feed him.
Owlbears are mammals, but they lay eggs, so she's not sure exactly. Do they want milk or meat?
That's why I said research.
She'll get right on it. She'll make owlbear studies a highlight of her first study.
How is she
I
going to
think,
inform us?
can we move on?
So, after talking with you for a while, she whistles loudly, calling forth her donkey. She says, this is Lonky the donkey. Lonky the donkey is missing its left eye and right ear. Grace mounts Lonky the donkey once it arrives, waves goodbye to you all, and heads back to El Terrell. So those of you that wanted, again, you got this thread from her scarf. She couldn't part with the scarf. Her dear old mammy made it for her, and she could never part with it. But she does take a thread from the scarf as a gesture of future collaboration, should you ever need it, after she becomes a famous scholar.
All right.
Will we all get a thread?
Yes, everyone got a thread. A thread of a rainbow scarf. Now, after these events, you finally arrive at the edge of the Ultragard woods. Rhea quietly heads toward the woods. They encompass several square miles of terrain north of El Terrell. The canopy of these woods is dense, and the entirety of the woods is dimly lit, again from the companion high above Eltergard, or the companion above El Terrell, excuse me.
Dan, what is it? What is it we're hunting again?
Cult of the Dragon.
All right. I'm gonna start looking for tracks and stuff.
Let's see here. So, anybody trained in history?
Yes.
Yes.
Go ahead
Not
and
at all.
make a check to recall a tale of yore. All right, Celine, you are able to enlighten the group of a tale of an evil druid conclave that used these woods to conduct gruesome rituals of human sacrifice. And anybody trained in nature?
No, just have a +2.
Anybody got better than +2?
No. Got a +2 also.
All right.
I
We
can
have a
give him,
ranger.
I can give him an bardic inspiration die.
All right, roll it with inspiration.
So that's 1d6. 1d6 you can add.
Well, let's add that d6. So a total of 11. I'll give it to you. You needed a 12, but 11, it's early on, so we'll be carried. The check reveals that the forest is suitable terrain for owls, giant owls, and owl bears.
Is that a little hint, Dan?
That is completely 100% from the book that I am running this chapter 0
okay.
story from. It had absolutely no connection at all to what you guys did, but it fit together so perfectly. I had to go out of my way to bring it up.
Do I see any owl bear tracks?
Yes. Let's say you after an hour of searching, you do find some.
I'm going to try to stealth into an owl bear nest and put the baby there to see if the owl bear will take it on as its own.
All right. Anybody particularly stealthy who thinks
I have a
might-
plus. I'm +5 and proficient.
I have a
We have a
+5.
rogue?
Yes, I have a +5.
stealth?
I'll give my last inspiration to the rogue lady.
So you do
If you're trying to sneak.
you do follow some owl bear tracks, and it does lead to a den, and the den is thankfully empty. But as you investigate, you can see that there are a number of eggs already being incubated. That the owl bear is just out of its den for right now and has left it unguarded. So you could sneak an infant into the nest, and the returning owl bear should assume that it is its own.
Then we'll do that.
All right, I'm going to give it a 25% chance of, while you're doing this, that the owl bear returns. So let's roll a d100, and anything 01 through 25 is owl bear comes home. Wait, oh, look at that.
Owl bear comes home.
Owl bear comes home.
Uh-oh.
We're already on this map. She now
Well, we
deposited the child in the nest, and it's while you're all getting back out that you're going to be dealing with a very angry owl bear who's going to charge and attack. I think I have to import an owl bear into this game. There's otherwise not an owl bear that appears in Descent to Avernus.
So does this mean if we kill this thing, we'll have our original owl bear and an egg?
Yeah, and then like three
Like a
more
whole
eggs.
nest
Right,
full.
Right. You could open up a pet shop.
This is going backwards.
So what you're saying is we need to run away.
Kinda, doesn't it?
Let's draw a little bit here. So let's say the cave is here.
Can we ride owl bears?
Technically, if you could train them, yes. I was thinking of that, but since it's not,
He looks
It's
kind of
kinda tough.
angry. I don't think you
Well,
should
not
ride
this one,
an
but
angry
the egg.
owl bear.
But if we kill this one and then we get the eggs and then the one we already have,
Oh, yes. Well, it's just a baby though, so I don't know how long it takes for them to grow up.
Well, sure, take us a while to learn how to train ride an owlbear. So.
But they don't start with a T, so I can't make a fun one.
There's a little freehand drawing for you of the cave and the owl bear. We'll put everybody in a way you can certainly take some liberties with your positioning, and we can decide what you want to do with this returning owl bear.
Now, I gotta ask, if we were trying to sneak something in, would the whole group have gone into the cave?
Maybe not. And that's why I'm going to really allow you to liberally decide where you're standing as this owl bear returns.
I would be next to the nest because I was putting it in there.
Are you
Yeah, and I think
the only one who went in the cave?
That's what I'm asking.
Probably the only one that went all the way in. I think the rest of us might be near the entrance or something.
Right. And you
I'll
can
be
assume
close inside.
that all of this area out here is, shrubbery, dense foliage, so you could conceivably, hide amongst the obscurements out here.
I probably would have just been around the corner.
Right outside of, behind shrubbery, because I'm half dead.
Rhea would be out here with you guys. Fancy, we'll put you with under Marcus's supervision. You hear that, Marcus? You're responsible for Fancy now.
I'm not made for this kind of stuff,
That's why you'd be outside.
All right.
Hey, can I
Let me
just go behind?
clear the initiative out of here, and I guess we can all re-roll and decide what we want to do. There's 4 of you. We need Fancy.
Oops.
Okay, I think that's everybody.
Didn't mean to roll twice.
Oh, okay, you just need to be changed to 4.
There.
All right, excellent.
Okay.
Descending. All right, so the owl bear coming back gets to go first. Now he's or she is doesn't notice the rest of you. Just notices Kiel in her cave, and she's going to come charging in. She's got a speed of 40 feet. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. That's enough to get where she needs to go, and she makes 2 attacks, one with a beak and one with claws. So first come the claws, swiping in, swish, swish. Does that hit?
My armor class is 15.
15. All right, so it did hit. Let me change this so that it rolls the damage. I'll copy. That was the claws. For 11 damage.
I'm unconscious
Right.
Oh. Oh no.
because I have exactly 11 health.
Yeah.
And then she's going to come. That puts you
Unconscious.
prone. So let me make you prone. Prone means that she has advantage on the attack with her beak. And she's going after you, son.
Any chance the baby owl bear would screech at her, upset that I got hurt?
That's...
Wait, I have Wait, I was about to say I actually have a reaction. I was just checking. I believe I can cast Silvery Barbs as a reaction.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Right. So
I see. Yeah, I see this happening, and I'm like, oh shit.
So she's got to re-roll, right?
Yep.
All right. So here comes the beak attack re-rolled. 16 hits for 15. So that's a failed death save.
Wouldn't she have made him re-roll the hit that put me down?
Yeah, the hit that put him. I mean, it still puts him.
Yeah, it puts me back down.
All right. What was that?
Actually, Dan, did I just take an additional 15 points of damage?
No. When you take damage after
Because
you're
that would
down,
put me below my max health.
yeah, it
If I
doesn't
take
come
the
off your hit points. It just counts as a failed death save. If you take damage while you're unconscious and making death saves, it counts as a failed death save.
Okay.
So there's one fail. All right, Dagon.
Well,
This bear is going to savage your friend Kyle to death if you don't intervene.
See, I tried to be nice.
There's so many people named Kyle. We'll just find a new.
That is a good point, actually. That changes everything. From hidden from... I don't know if I'm hidden, but I'm just going to toss a javelin at him and try and get his attention. Or attention.
That hits for 7 damage.
Yeah. And that's it.
Marcus.
Alright. I'm going to use Healing Word. Get Kyle back up. That's a bonus action, so he's back to 4 hit points. And then for my action, I'm going to ready a mace attack if it comes within attack range.
All right. Muriel.
If I'm hidden in the bushes, does that give me advantage so I can get sneak attack?
Yes.
Yay! Okay.
Nice. 9 points of damage.
Okay. And I'm just gonna stay hunkered down and hidden.
All right. Kyle.
I'm debating if I try to handle the owlbear and do animal handling to see if I can calm it down. I really don't want to kill this thing.
Here. Let me see.
Well, if
I
you
don't
just
know if
injure
everyone
someone,
shares
you
your same opinion.
All right. You'd have to do an animal handling above 7. Okay, so at this point, you can't really move the owlbear because it's combat, but we can say that the owlbear's body language is after he fucked you up, he is content with letting you hobble away while he's kind of got his haunches up and just wants you to get the hell out of his den.
I'm going to use my full movement to move away.
I can't wait to see that scene in the movie.
Right?
Actually, I can't get that far. I can only get that far because I was prone.
Right. So you start to move.
Then
The
dash.
fact is, you don't have to stand up. You could crawl.
You know what?
Might be better.
Will I get my full movement if I crawl?
Yeah.
And animal handling took my action, right?
Right.
Right, so I can't dash. So that's what I'm doing.
All right. Rhea, for her part, is readying an action. The owlbear is now turning. And who threw the javelin? Was that Dagon?
Well, yeah, it's me.
But he's hidden in the bush.
Do a stealth check, Dagon.
Oh, yeah, that's great.
It's better than nothing.
Please don't check my -1 and disadvantage.
No disadvantage.
I automatically have a disadvantage.
Oh, because of your armor?
Yeah, but he's not moving for this
Not
one.
moving, because isn't that sound?
Right. Okay, yeah, no. I'll go.
So So is it normal rolling?
Yeah.
He stealth check is the second from the bottom on skills.
What did I say you had to beat?
I don't think you said.
Didn't.
You said it was something.
Oh, right. I didn't roll. Okay. His passive perception is 13. So we'll say that he does see you. He realizes you threw a javelin at him, and he's now that he's got his back into the den, he's just making noise and aggressive gestures, trying to get you to back off and go away. Rhea, for her part, is going to hold her action until it's clear whether the bear is going to try to kill someone or whether it's just abandoning the fight. And we'll go to Salim.
I mean, I am just gonna start booking it. I'm gonna fucking run. That's a bear, man. He's not taking his chances. And he's just gonna turn back and he's like, let's fucking go, people!
Okay.
Does anybody remember
I believe you'll have somebody in tow.
on the old Colbert show, the bit he always did about bears? That's all I'm thinking of right now. If maybe I'm alone, but all right.
No,
so Salim is beating it out, beating feet, and we go to Fancy.
Double move.
Get the hell out of Dodge. Dropped off the baby. Got out.
All right, we got. The owlbear starts galloping directly at Fancy.
Yeah, that's when the second owlbear appears. But no, this owlbear goes over to her nest and lays protectively over it, huffing and puffing at the intruders, trying to make sure that they're still that she's communicating that she still clearly sees them and is not happy about their presence. But that's what she does. And then we go to Dagon. You want to go get your javelin back?
Dude. Yeah, go on in there and grab it.
I mean, is it on the ground or is it poking out of the owlbear?
Poking out of the owl.
Since it pierced. I mean, I will want my javelin back. But I also, want to live.
Dude, we'll get you a new javelin. We're gonna get you an awesome javelin.
Alright, if it's not awesome, I'm blaming you.
Javelin 2000.
I'm gonna sadly walk away and leave my javelin behind.
A very sensible decision.
End scene.
He's not a sensible guy, but
And I think everybody is following suit here. I think the battle with the owlbear is done. There's a couple of exchange of blows, but the owlbear is not going to take on 7 of you openly. She's just going to take a defensive position and stay alert and hope that you go away. So with that said, let's delete all this stuff.
We should at least tag her. In case we see her again.
Oh, the baby? We'll see.
No, the owlbear.
Yeah, the baby owlbear.
the one that we almost killed.
So when we come back up here next year, when we're doing our
Yeah, but
sorry, let's not talking.
owlbears only have a intelligence of 3, so the only way it would remember us is like if it was imprinted or something.
I was going a National
Hold on.
Geographic route that ends up going anywhere. Let's continue.
All right, so you get back to the business of tracking the cult. Rhea and the party arrive at a small natural path that leads deeper into the woods. It's obvious this path was recently traveled. Several branches are broken, and the grass leading into the woods is disturbed as if someone walked over it. Rhea asks if any of you are proficient trackers.
Yes.
She recognizes that stealth and tracking prey are her weak suits, but hopes to catch the cult of the dragon off guard.
I literally have tracking, stealth, and sleight of hand.
All right, let's get a survival check. Survival 18. Okay, excellent. So, you found 5 distinct humanoid footprints on the path. The footprints are several hours old and head deeper into the woods. You've also noticed a small hidden creek nearby. If you were to travel up the creek, you could gain advantage on any stealth checks due to the noise of the rushing water. And finally, you spot 3 sets of humanoid footprints along the sides of the hidden creek. These footprints appear to be fresh, made within the last 2 hours. So there are 3 ways you can proceed: the natural path, the hidden creek, or I guess, yeah, the other one is not one at all. It says the characters can just wander in the woods.
Or you can go off path between the two of them.
Right.
I'm going to suggest, Kate, do you guys want me to travel like 30 foot out in front of you trying to do the stealth tracking thing?
If you send the rogue out with you.
That's fine. Can I just get a heal
I
before
like
go?
redundancy.
Can I get a heal before I go?
Yeah, what are you at now?
I'm at 4 health. My max is 11.
4 of 11. Okay, yep.
I just want to get a heal in case I fail and get hit. Oh, that gives me 9. That's enough. Who is the rogue? Is that
That's me.
Do you want to work together and head out?
Sure. I can, I guess. Not really good at tracking.
I can do the tracking and we can work together to do everything else.
How's
Okay.
your perception? Or
What's my perception? Okay, I have +2 perception. I have a +0 survival.
Yeah, this guy he's proficient in investigation, perception, stealth, and survival.
I'm better at investigation, if we could do that.
All you have to do is get fancy to the next gig.
that is funny. I'm rereading this, and it says there's a 20% chance that the characters attract the attention of an owl bear if they wander through the woods.
Wait, we already did that.
Right?
Another open.
We might get that javelin back after all.
Right? All right, so the natural path to the ritual site or the hidden creek.
I'm thinking the hidden creek
Yeah,
with the
that's
body
sneaky way, right?
behind, and me and Muriel running, depending what's going on, 30 to 60 feet out in front of the party.
All right, let's see if we can graphic this. Let's put you two out here, 30 feet in front of everybody else.
Yes.
So is this our marching order right here? Is that about 30 feet?
Yeah, that works.
That's 40 feet.
If it's a long straight path and they can see us easy, we'll move out like 40, 50 feet. If there's curves and stuff, we'll be at 30.
Okay. All right, so following the hidden creek, you have advantage on stealth checks while taking this path, and you arrive at, let me put you on the map over here. All right. All right, I'm just getting the map ready. I'm going to shuffle you over now.
Dan, just so you know, my health is actually at 9, not 4. It's just not updating at the moment for some reason.
Got it. 9. 9 of 11. All right. Okay, so let's you guys all have advantage on stealth against alerting. There's a cultist in a clearing ahead. Kyle and Muriel, why don't you make your stealth checks with advantage? You've got to beat a perception of 12.
I'd tell it to roll with advantage, but I got a 12.
Right. And Kyle got a 17. Okay, so he has not noticed you. Let me tell you about what you see here. R3. A shallow creek runs through this ancient druidic circle. A pathway through the forest leads to other areas of this site, and the creek continues north. There's a female human cultist screaming praises to Bane, the god of tyranny, as she holds a dragon claw underwater in the creek. The dragon claw is what a cultist of the dragon is referred to. They can be the dragon wing or the dragon claw. So you were here hunting the cult of the dragon, but this seems to be a cultist of Bane who is literally drowning some cult of the dragon person in this creek. And you have managed to sneak up on this scene without alerting her to your presence.
I look at Marielle and very quietly ask her, do we snipe her or do you want us to move in?
How far away are we?
You're only, 30 feet away?
45 feet away. I mean,
Yeah, I can shoot her.
Yeah, do you want to both take shots at the same time and try to take her out? We would get a sneak attack on this one, wouldn't we, Dan?
It would be a surprise round, so we'd all roll initiative, but the cultist would not get to act in the first round.
Do you want to walk out and talk to her and see if we can talk to her, or should we just take her out? My guy would take her out.
Yeah, that's fine. So, I think that I get advantage, so I would get sneak attack.
In that
As far
case,
as everybody. Okay, they're still behind us there.
yeah, we're 45 feet out, so they're about 75 feet out. I'll talk or kill. It's up to you.
Do we see any of these other people that obviously we can see on roll 20?
Yeah, no, you don't see these others.
Okay.
Not until you actually enter the clearings. They're obscured. You can maybe tell that there's some kind of clearing up ahead, and certainly sizable stones, but you don't get a clear view.
Okay. Yeah, sure, we could just shoot it. Him, her.
Yeah, because we have two evil creatures here. We have an evil Bane worshiper killing an evil dragon.
I don't care if they're good or evil. I just know we're supposed to bring back one of those dragon cultists, and she has one ready for us.
Okay, let's do it. I'm going to take a sniper shot, Dan.
All right, let's roll for initiative.
I keep rolling too many times.
Actually, she's in the middle, isn't she? Is she? No, wrong. Never mind. I see that. Never mind.
All right. Save.
I rolled Dan. It didn't go over, but I got an 8.17.
Fancy is like the masculine version of Pink.
Of who? Hank?
Hink?
Fancy's masculine.
Oh, Pink, like the artist?
Yeah, she's the bomb.
I like Pink. She is
I don't
good.
think Fancy's more masculine than Pink.
I'm playing a bard. What the fuck?
I am going to question you being more masculine than Pink, though.
Yeah.
You're not talking to me. You're talking to Fancy.
I am.
Yeah, Fancy doesn't care about gender.
He's much more badass.
Do you do the thing where you set it up so it asks you if you want to roll with advantage or disadvantage or normal roll?
What, on
Are you on
the plugin?
On Beyond, yeah.
Well, beyond, above your stats, it says beyond. There's going to be a dice that says beyond 20. Beside that, you click on that to make any changes.
Okay.
Fancy is like if Prince was a D&D character.
Marcus, you want to join us in initiative?
I'm
19, all right.
yes, but I can't see any of our tokens. I can only see theirs. So I'm having some sort of roll 20 issues tonight, apparently.
All right, here, I'll try to redrop you.
Yeah, roll 20 is acting up a little tonight.
Marcus.
Already refreshed a couple times. I see me now, but I don't see any of the other party members.
It's better than any other option I had tonight.
Marcus Foster. Marcus Foster, dynamic lighting on detail. Yeah, I don't get it. Everything should be okay.
Yeah, I had to refresh a couple times just to get the map at all.
That's so weird.
Yeah.
I find sometimes you actually have to X out and reload totally.
Yeah, I was gonna kill the browser altogether.
Right.
That's what I usually have to do.
Marcus.
Okie dokie.
19. Well, let's hang on for a minute because I think you're pretty much in the top of the order. So
Gone first.
We will go to Muriel and then Marcus.
Alright. I'm just reloading the browser.
Okay, so I will try to shoot him with advantage and sneak attack.
$15 hits for 8 damage. Ooh. You catch him right in the chest shoulder area, and he spins and drops the body into the creek. The body does not make any move to pull himself out of the water after he is dropped. The Bane cultist staggers backwards, reeling from the shot. And we go to Marcus.
Okay. So the Bane ones were the ones that were not actually trying to capture.
Right.
Well, the other guy, right? So
Yeah, Bane worships they worship the god of death.
yeah, I don't have a whole lot range, so I guess I'm just going crossbow again.
All right.
Nice.
Oof, and another shot right between the eyes drops him before he makes any kind of sound to alert any others in the area, you drop 2 arrows in him and down he goes.
If that's the end of combat, Dan, I'm gonna stealth forward to check the one that we wanted to catch. Just in case there's other things around.
Right now, it's clear to you once you get up to this guy, the drowning victim. It's easy to tell that it's already too late for him.
Darn it.
You can see another body lying lifeless against a stone pillar, its ribs caved in by a powerful blow from the Bane worshipper's mace.
I'm gonna stop for a second and just listen. Do I hear anything around us?
Let me tell you first that the Baneite is wearing chainmail and carries a shield, both marked with the symbol of Bane. But let's see what else you hear around these other locations. So let me see. So you can hear the sickly and disturbing noises of a corpse being worked on, coming from directly from your west, and to your north. You can hear conversation. It sounds like maybe he's questioning a captive, but you can't quite make out what they're saying at this distance.
I'm gonna single Meredith forward and the group forward, and I'm gonna try to stealth up on that conversation.
North?
Right.
You mean?
North, right.
Okay.
That's about my movement for a round. Everyone else move forward.
Yeah, we're out of initiative, so you can kind of take it a little loose. Until you enter a clearing, you won't be detected.
I'm going to come up to the edge of the woods and stop there to see what I can see.
All right. So you can see, Muriel, you're going up that far too?
Yeah, I'm stealthing.
Fancy's in for a penny, in for a pound.
All right. We want to advance everybody up into this first location, then I guess.
Yeah, I'd move.
I'm not speaking for anyone else, but Fancy would like.
I'd single everyone to move up to the edge of the woods while me and Morel are on the other side of the woods.
So what you can see, Muriel and Kyle, there's a large stone altar sitting atop a small hill surrounded by 3-foot deep water. The water is difficult terrain. There is a Hushia cultist of? I forget who they are. I know that they're called the Nightblades, but I forget which evil god they serve. But it's one of the evil 3 gods. Bane, Merkel, and what's the other one? Damn it. I'll think of it later. Suffice to say, bad guy interrogating a paralyzed dragon cultist sitting on this altar. He's associated with the god Baal, Bhaal, and he's asking for information on the Cult of the Dragon's treasure hoards throughout the region. The poor dragon cultist is clearly paralyzed, though it's not immediately evident how he became so. He is, however, begging for his life and shouting for help.
Should we sniper him again?
Yeah, let's just do the same thing.
as I'm gonna ready when we do this, Dan. If we get him quick, I'm gonna dash forward to try to get. Well, he said paralyzed, so he can't move no matter what we do, right?
The dragon cultist, yeah.
Okay, yeah, we're just gonna sniper this guy then.
All right, let's roll for a knit again.
This is terrific. You have Fancy the Famous Bard rolling initiative again.
I know
Do you even know who he is? Do you even know who he is? I don't think you do.
Well, I guess I'm not getting initiative on that one.
All right, we're all in there, locked and loaded, and going first is our cultist.
What if it's
He
a
does-
surprise round? He doesn't.
Surprise round, right? He gets nothing. Fancy.
He doesn't get to go.
Okay, so as far as I can see, there's nothing around me that's dangerous, right?
You know that there's some shit going down to the north.
Yeah, we're like signaling to you guys and all that
Yeah,
stuff.
you could hear the guy screaming, begging for his life.
Oh yeah. I caught that halfway, like through. I was thinking about my move. There we go. I'm coming. Hey, who's this?
That is Marielle.
That's one of your companions.
Marielle.
Yeah. What? Yes?
I feel like you are the bravest one here, and I feel like the sky's the limit. Shoot for the stars, maybe run up at the moon, and I give you a bardic inspiration.
I feel inspired.
You can do it.
And I just root.
All right, Rhea, for her part. Let's see. She moves up, and she says, "We're taking shots, right?"
Yep.
Here's her shot. I don't think is going to cut it. Nope, armor class 13. So she took a shot and just missed. The bolt tore through the cultist's robes, but managed not to hit him. Marcus.
Okay, I'm gonna just move up a little bit so I can see them, and I'll go with another crossbow shot as well. That should have been not advantage. So 8.
All right. Salim.
Okay. Let's see. Trying to make sure I can hit someone. Okay, yeah, that's perfect.
We're attacking unseen, right, Dan?
Yeah, does that give everyone advantage?
If they're using ranged weapons from the woods, I'll say yes. At least
I don't know how it asks. That's why I
at least
was
for this
asking. I don't know how it.
round.
So I'm just gonna do another mind sliver.
Does that mean that Rhea can roll again and that Marcus got a 16?
I guess we could fix it just going forward rather than retcon
Oh.
what
Okay.
has gone on.
I have to look into that. This is weird.
All right, so Mind Sliver on a successful save does half damage? No damage?
No damage, it's just a
No
cantrip.
damage.
It's good.
Oh, you
That's
put
a
the
good
description
cantrip.
right there. Right, sorry. All right. Then we go to Miss Muriel.
Okay. $17?
17 hits for 5 damage.
Whoa.
Day gone.
Dagon seems like he's a big deal.
He's very fancy.
Or is it they or she? I don't know.
Not as fancy as fancy.
Well, fancy likes gold.
Javelin. All right. You had a backup javelin, and that hits for 7 points of damage. And we go to Kyle. Ten with the
I
crossbow.
definitely want that javelin back.
10 with the miss. And now the Nightblade gets to go. Let's see. The Nightblade Ball. This is a spellcaster. Who can she see? Alright, she made a very good perception check. So I would say everybody in the woods there do a stealth check. Kyle didn't do it, so he's been spotted. Anybody else in that little cluster should make a stealth check. Muriel and Dagon, we'll give it to you, have not been spotted. But everybody else has been. The eagle eyes. So it puts now. This is a touch spell, I think. Yeah, damn it. So she doesn't want to. So the cultist doesn't want to do that. All right, let's.
I didn't think we were going to go into prison rules.
Bonus, always prison rules. We'll do a spiritual weapon. We'll put a spiritual weapon out here, attacking Kyle, but it rolled a 9 and missed. And then she can do a. That was a bonus action spell.
She has a cantrip left.
So she can do a cantrip with her action. So against against Kyle. Dexterity saving throw, Kyle. Alright, 3 radiant damage. And the Nightblade calls out for backup. So joining the fight will be these two fellas over here. I'm going to put them in the initiative board. And coming up next is this fella. 10, 15, 20.
I'm trying to take them out one group at a time.
35, 40, 45. He gets here and he starts preparing for spell casting. Fancy.
And what kind of a creature is this?
That is a human cultist.
A human cultist?
Yes, a cultist of Merkel, specifically. You've already killed a cultist of Bane. You were doing battle with a cultist of Baal. And
So all that cultist, I'm gonna try to. All that cultist does is intake mainstream media all day.
Right.
It must go down. I'm going to cast hideous laughter
On the one to the south
on.
or the one north? The one south. Okay. All right, hideous laughter going at the cultist of Merkel. That is a wisdom save that they failed.
Nice.
Does no damage.
No, this is.
So he falls prone, incapacitated. They can make another wisdom save. Alright, so prone and incapacitated.
It was a really good joke. I'm done.
Alright. And then shambling up from behind. 30. It doesn't have enough. Well, it's fairly intelligent. It can figure out that it has to hurry, so it comes running faster. But it gets there with no action left. And that's when Rhea turns around and decides she's going to smite this thing. And she's going to hit for 13 damage. Slashing. Alright, 13 damage takes down the skeleton. That's how many hit points it had. 13. So one shot, Rhea kills the necromantic skeleton. And we go to Marcus. Can you see now, Marcus?
Yes, I just switched to a different browser.
Ah, very good.
Let's see. Well, I'm going to take another shot at the one that I shot at earlier. Because I was already watching him. Can't hit shit, apparently.
Right. Unfortunately, that is a swing and a miss. And if you don't have anything else, we go to Salim.
Hey.
The only person Fancy can trust.
I'm just gonna spread out a little bit, just so we're not in a cluster here. And I'm going to do Mind Sliver again, because that's all I have.
At the Nightblade.
Yep.
Alright, here comes an intelligence save. Made it.
Honestly, I can't be mad, because it's a cantrip.
Cantrip, okay.
Yep. I can't be mad, because it was only 2 damage.
Right. Alright, Muriel.
Okay, Muriel was not spotted by this one, so I'm staying in the woods.
Alright.
I'll move over here, and I'll shoot it with my bow with advantage. Oh!
11 and 9 is 20. Damn. You caught him and he spins around. Falls to one knee, but not quite dead.
What?
Wow.
Dagon. You've got a nearly dead cultist to your north and a cultist down on his knees to the south.
Volume. And I'm gonna use my breath weapon.
Ooh, okay.
Wait. Because it's a 15-foot range, but it doesn't say if it's an arc.
So what are we waiting on? Just you to find the breath weapon?
Just me reading. Yeah.
Roll it manually.
Aren't they cone weapons?
Yeah, they should be conable weapons, right? But it just says 15-foot range.
Can you aim it so it doesn't hit the
target?
pop?
What is the target? Single target?
The decision short. And if it's wrong.
Let me go with this one. I
If it
guess.
says 15-foot range, it should specify what the target is.
Yeah, so this one right here.
Right.
Yeah. And that is
Made the save. So 4 points of fire damage takes him out.
yeah.
All right.
Hi.
Kyle.
Good job.
All right, so I guess it's the one below then.
Turn around, turn around. Oh, that means the spiritual hammer goes away too.
He can see us, right?
What, this guy?
Yes.
Yes.
Then I missed.
All right. All right, the necromite of Merkel is a fanatic. He takes his scimitar and he charges Fancy.
What? I was just starting to sing the Age of Aquarius.
Death to the infidels. Take 10 points of damage.
Oh my.
And now you may retort.
Time out. We'll see what I get. I have a lot of lawyers working for me and stuff. Oh.
Send lawyers, guns, and money.
So what was it? 9 points?
10.
Wow. I thought you said 9 at first.
Yeah, no, that was an easy mistake to make, especially since you have 10 hit points. But I think I remember very clearly saying 10.
So I have 9 hit points left. Okay, fine.
Fancy math, ladies and gentlemen. Here, let me help you. All right, that's resolved. And then we go to Rhea, who is going to charge over here and try to strike with her sword. And it's going to hit for 13 points of damage, and down goes this cultist. All right,
I yell over the Dagon to grab the other guy.
Yes, someone strong grab that dragon cultist.
Yeah, you've killed collectively, the cultists of these 3 different gods are known as the cult of the Dead Three. The Dead Three being that these gods are believed to be dead, but they also represent death. And that is... I'm sorry?
I was gonna say, yeah, the Bane worshipper has to kill someone every week.
Is that a rule for a Bane worshiper? That's an interesting thing to know.
Direk was one of them. That's why I know.
Does that still go through Lent or?
No, you just can't eat the sacrifice on Friday. That's all. All right. So congratulations on clearing this out. Now, nobody specified any non-lethal damage. So we have to assume that everybody round these parts, except for the paralyzed guy on the altar, is dead or dying.
Do we want to
I'm
save
gonna
any,
bring my javelin.
or do we want to just let them all croak?
We're supposed to grab a dragon cultist, right?
Right.
Yeah, the guy that's still
And
alive.
that's what that guy is, so I don't think we care about the other ones, do we?
I don't know. Do we need information out of them, or not worried about it?
Why was the cult of the Dead Three fighting with the cult of the dragon?
I mean, I feel like we can ask the
This guy-
survivor,
Yeah, he might know that.
but also, Muriel put it pretty well at the beginning of like, there are 2 very evil cults fighting each other. We just need the one.
And is one of the cult people on the ground still alive, just unconscious?
We could say that.
If there is, I am going to tie them up and stabilize them.
Okay. All right. So you've got one member of each cult conscious and separated. This guy up here, unfortunately, was paralyzed by being stabbed through the spinal cord with a dagger. He's a little bit beyond normal healing magic. And he very well might not ever move from the neck down ever again. Not much of a life. But right now he's just terrified and begging. He knows somebody else is here, and he's begging for help.
Fancy is going to do a telethon for him. Fancy, come on, guys! You got to help Fancy out. We're going to do a telethon. We're going to raise money. We're going to change the world.
And while Fancy's thinking all that, I asked Dagon to go over and slap him and get information as I go over to the other one.
Okay, I go torture him until he talks.
Oh my.
Right, so he's beyond healing, right?
Yes.
Okay.
What is the other one that is alive, Dan, so I can go by that one?
Yeah, let's say that this guy. Remove Rhea off. This guy will put at 1 hit point. Oops, come on. One. There we go.
I'm just going to tie him up and hold him. I'll let someone else talk to him because the one skills my guy does not have is talking.
Fancy can talk.
Oh, we got to get Fancy up.
Fancy's best thing is talking. He's good with people or humanoid.
If this guy's on close to death, can I just grab the dagger that's in? Does the dagger look like it's important or sacrificial or anything?
Yeah, it's a jeweled dagger, but it's not magical or anything like that.
Okay.
They're usually jeweled and inscripted.
I'm still gonna grab it since the dead guy doesn't need it.
Yeah, but you're a paladin. You wouldn't want to use that. It's usually inscripted with runes for sacrificial things.
So this is some pretty poor writing. I'm just picking up on, and I've looked at this a couple times. I'm surprised I haven't picked up on it before. But it very clearly says that the guy's been paralyzed by being stabbed through the spinal cord with a dagger. It also says, after he reveals, information to you in exchange for his life, that he is asked to be released and pledges to start a new life in another city. And it's like, this motherfucker's paralyzed. He ain't going and doing shit.
Hey, I crawled out of the cave. He can crawl home.
You might need sweet.
This got dark all of a sudden. This guy is not realizing that his condition is not likely to improve.
Is there any way we can take a right instead of a left?
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, this guy's not going to improve.
All we care is we get information out of him and then bring him back to the people we're supposed to bring him to. We don't care about his life. I know that sounds
He's
dumb.
an evil cultist.
Well, Fancy's a wrong. Yeah. He doesn't really have.
I'm gonna.
Oh, is anyone going to help Fancy, by the way? Fancy's unconscious.
That was to stabilize Fancy so he doesn't have to make rolls.
Oh, okay. We'll put Fancy back at 1.
Feels terrific. Good to be alive.
That was a fighter hail. Alright, so we got a question.
You're going to save my cure wound.
Yeah, I don't have anything. I can't do that for people.
Where's Fancy?
I don't do magic.
Yeah. I don't yet.
It's a save.
Where-
Fancy's really light.
Oh, he's right there. So I'm going to cast Lay on Hands on Fancy. And give him 3 HP. 3 points of health. Because that's what I can afford.
How about we tie these guys up and take a quick short rest?
Could do that.
Is that all right, Dan?
Yep.
We could move out of this site and then take a short rest.
I was going to say we go to the center island with the river around us so they have difficult terrain to get to us and do a short rest.
Or just, like, go in the woods where nobody would be.
Okay.
Short rest.
Do we want-
is-
What was that, Dan?
Okay, so we're short resting.
We're just leaving this guy to die.
No, I think we're bringing him with us.
Oh,
Yeah, well, I tied him
All I
up
heard
already.
no.
Yeah, I don't. Do we need to tie up the guy who's paralyzed? I don't.
You can bind his hands so he can't get a
Just-
weapon and stab someone.
He's paralyzed.
Yeah, you said waist down, didn't you?
Neck down.
No, oh, neck down? Okay, yeah, we don't have to tie him up.
Okay. Short rest.
Wait, what is my Lay on Hands?
I get on my belly.
All right, who wants to do the questioning?
Should we have the bard do it?
Whoever has the best, whoever our face is, probably the best to do it.
Hold on. I have something for that. Okay, what am I supposed to be doing with this guy?
Questioning him and finding out anything you can find out.
Find out what these people are doing, why they're attacking each other in the middle of the woods.
It's funny you should say that.
The Nightblade was carrying a potion of healing. Too bad he
Nice.
didn't get to
There you
use
go.
it.
Did we
Yeah,
find it?
Can we check all the bodies?
Yeah, the other
So,
thing,
yeah, go ahead.
Who's got it?
you found this letter from someone called Resmir.
I think you're gonna have to take this over. Fancy has your back, though. Fancy has your back, but
Our queen's stolen treasure.
In Baldur's Gate? I think we can get to that.
And then wash the floors.
I look at the cultist, Dan, not the one that we have to turn in. I look at him. Why were you guys doing what you were doing?
The Cult of the Dragon.
Yeah, the guy that I brought back to life.
Yeah, he says that they were conducting operations in the area, mainly planning heists. They've been trying to amass treasure for their goddess Tiamat.
Have you amassed any treasure yet?
We had, but the Cult of the Dead 3 has been targeting our shipments and intercepting a lot of them.
You? Oh, you're talking the other guy. Okay.
Right.
All right.
Really quick question for the about the treasure. Is it just straight up like gold and valuables, or is there like magical artifacts in there? I'm asking for a friend.
Any treasures, anything worth, adding to Tiamat's hoard is welcome, and that would include everything that you described, but mainly monetary items, gold, jewelry, trinkets like that.
Well, now Salim really wants to know where that treasure is.
Do you know where they were taking your stuff?
The cult of the dragon was ferrying it through Baldur's Gate to destinations north, but the cult of the Dead Three keep intercepting their attempted shipments.
Do you know where the cult of the Dead Three are working out of?
Yeah. They're working under the direction of one of the rulers of Baldur's Gate, Duke Thalarmer Vanthampur.
Whoa.
I would know who he is, wouldn't I, being a Flaming Fist?
Being a Baldurian, you would know that Thalamra Vanthampur, she is one of the Council of Four, I believe they're called. Duke Ulder Ravengard sits at the head as Grand Duke, but there are three other dukes making up the Council of Four. So she is basically, second in line to the throne of Baldur's Gate.
And which is the one that has the information on us?
That is that same person.
Okay, we have to assassinate this person.
Duke Thalarmer Vanthampur, right? She knows about your heist.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to. We'll have to assassinate her.
For whatever reason, she hasn't gone to the authorities with her information, which is interesting. But you're pretty sure she knows.
Who is? What does that say? Worm Speaker Resmir.
He is an official in the Cult of the Dragon.
And what about Old Test?
Now, Dan, with the other one out of earshot of this one, I go down and ask all the same questions, but from the reverse side on the other one. In other words, from his point of view.
Can we walk through it step by step?
Sure. All right. Well, I look at him and go, "Why are you here, and what are you doing?"
This is the Cult of the Dead Three guy.
Yes.
We. Let me see here. We are stealing from the Horde of Tiamat at the behest of our leader, Thalamra Vanthampur.
Lama Vantapur. Do we know that name?
Yes, yeah. Thalarma Vanthampur is the Duke, one of the Dukes of Baldur's Gate.
Is he one of the top four also?
Right.
So we have two of the top four are involved against each other here?
This is
No,
the
just
same
the
person.
same guy.
Same
Oh,
person.
she's working both sides of the coin?
No, the Cult of the Dragon is aware of her thing, so they're both corroborating the same point. That
Oh, okay. I misunderstood you. I'm sorry.
no, it's okay. It's a little confusing.
I asked him, do you know where the treasure is now before it gets to her?
He doesn't.
I look at our paladin friend. I said, you sure that's the answer? Because I might have him bless you so you can't go home when you die.
He swears he's told you everything, and he He promises to start a new leaf if you let him go.
I didn't take charm because of the.
Do you guys want to let him go? I don't care one way or the other. I'll toast him.
If I didn't, I would have taken charm.
If we do, is he just gonna go tell on?
No, he just promised he was gonna.
I know he promised.
Sounds like something a cultist would do.
You just,
I choose life.
well, because he promised, we're just gonna let him go. I mean,
How? 1 second.
I've promised lots of things in my life.
Was he being? That's an insight on him, Dan. Was he being truthful, or was he filling me in line of crap?
Let me see. Oh, that's a pretty good insight. Yeah, he's peed himself. So he's very scared.
Okay. I look at him and say, I believe him.
Oh, I'll leave him too. But I mean, what if they do the same thing to him when they get him back, and then he just babbles and pees himself again?
I just look at him and said, if what she says comes through, I will hunt you down and I will slowly kill you. That is the Mandalorian type character.
That seems like a big commitment.
I didn't say you, I said me. What do you guys want to do? I'll kill him or let him
I
go.
mean, I don't trust a cultist.
Would you like him gone from this earth?
He is an evil cultist. You know, I don't think we'll feel bad.
Seems foolish to let him go and take the chance when we can just
Dan, you
eliminate
catch something here, right?
What's
For
that?
once, I'm arguing to let someone go, and everyone else wants to kill him.
I know this is like 180
anyone-
degrees from like the last couple campaigns we've played together.
Did anyone even ask him if they were vegan or not? Like,
I think we should let him go.
how can you be so cruel and unempathetic?
Because there's just risk. There's just too much risk. That's what I think. But I'm not in charge.
How about we say we let him go, but we tell him he owes us one when we need it?
He's hoping to never see you again.
Yeah, we're never going to see him again.
Okay. It's up to you guys.
As far as you know.
I say okay, and I'm walking back over to the other one. I'm going to let you guys do what you want with them.
10 years from now, I'm going to meet this guy in a bathroom in Toronto.
You'll be like, hey!
It's bullshit, right? No, I'm just kidding.
So you've got, you come looking for one cult and you found two, and have a survivor from each, one of whom is paralyzed.
We have to bring the paralyzed one back to the base for the be questioned, right?
Rhea,
That was about it.
Rhea
Yeah, let's
looks at
ask
you.
Rhea what she wants to do. Yeah.
Yeah, she sees, you know, this poor man is not going to have people to take care of him. The cultists aren't known for their charitable generosity. The nicest thing we could do for this man is end his suffering.
That sounds reasonable.
I mean, really? That sounds reasonable.
Understands it's a grim responsibility, and she doesn't fault you all for your feelings, but she says, you know, she will do it if one of you don't.
I already rolled.
Oh, you did? Okay. You sent him to the good hereafter. Down he goes.
I can only justify it by you saying you sent him to the good hereafter.
All right. That's what makes it all good.
Oh.
No, he went to hell. He was a cultist.
No. As I said to the other one, I
you
bless
blessed
him
him.
first before I kill him.
Oh, you dirty birdie. All right, let's see where do we go from here. So, with your prisoners in tow, Rhea leads you back towards Elturel, so you can report your findings to Ontharr Froon, Grand Duke Ravengard in Gideon Lightward. You're about 10 miles out from Elturel when the cries of horrified citizens and children fill the air as the material plane splits open, revealing the fiery depths of hell. The companion transforms from a radiant sun into a black orb awash with crackling energy. Both it and Elturel are ripped into the hellish void as massive flaming chains latch onto the city and drag it into Avernus. The inferno is blinding and accompanied by a deafening blast that stifles the pleading screams of those trapped in Elturel. A scorched rainbow scarf flutters helplessly in the wind as darkness falls upon the land. And in an instant, Elturel is no more. Elturel has fallen.
Holy shit.
Can I grab that scarf? I wanted that scarf.
Yes, you grabbed the rainbow scarf. It's a scorched rainbow scarf now.
My
Hey,
scarf.
we can use it to locate person later.
Hey, that's not a bad idea. So, Rhea says she's going to look for survivors and anyone who needs help, but she wants you to ride ahead and warn everyone of Elturel's fall. So she's going to stay and try to help refugees and survivors. And she wants to dispatch you back to Baldur's Gate so that you can explain to them, witnesses to the event, exactly what happened. And that is where Chapter 0 closes for the night. So I have to transition over into the next chapter, but you know what I'm going to do, because we're going to call it a short session tonight, and rather than stumble into chapter 1, I want to do a little bit more prep to make sure that I've got everything ready for you, but we will end it a little bit early tonight, and that's that. So welcome to Descent into Avernus. This was not part of the official adventure. This was an add-on I did because the Descent into Avernus literally starts, and I can literally read it to you, where it says 10 days ago, Grand Duke Ulder Ravengard left Baldur's Gate with a company of Flaming Fist soldiers on a diplomatic mission to Elturel, accepting a formal invitation from Elturel's High Overseer, a man named Thavius Krieg. Ravengard did not go eagerly, however. It took months of persuasion by his fellow dukes, the other 3 members of Baldur's Gate Ruling Council, to convince him to accept Elturel's invitation and leave the city in their capable hands. Not long after Ravengard arrived in Elturel, the city was dragged down into the 9 Hells and wiped off the map. So that's how the adventure is supposed to open. And the way I heard somebody put it as I was doing my prep work for the campaign, somebody said one of the great things about Dungeons & Dragons is it has an unlimited special effects budget. that you can,
It was awesome. Yeah.
because you're using words to describe, you can, you want to describe a planet being ripped in half, and like, you can really go off the scale. And here's this awesome sight of a town or city being ripped from the material plane down into hell. These gigantic forged iron chains, just massive chains, rising up from hell and latching onto the city and dragging it down. It's a nuclear Armageddon, and the way that the adventure is written out of the book is that all happens off screen a week and a half ago. And it's like, why would you not want to experience that and give you, a little bit more of a tie into Elturel and let you see some of the nice softer sides of it, so it makes you feel motivated to help save Elturel later.
So the softer side of Elturel was cultists and dragons?
Yeah, I suppose. But yeah, so that's why I when I saw this little adventure, and it's literally called The Fall of Elturel. It's just a short little adventure that is supposed to give you a taste of Elturel before it gets sucked down into hell and make you witnesses to the event. Now we can fast forward to a week later, and you're back in Baldur's Gate, and we can pick things up from there. But one of the things that I can tell you right off the bat is that there is a growing refugee problem, that there were people who are outside of Elturel proper who otherwise lived in Elturel when the city was wiped off the map. And refugees have been arriving at Baldur's Gate ever since. Now the Flaming Fist is without their leader. So they're a little unhinged at the moment and have decided to lock the city down. No one in or no one out. And even arresting Hell Riders, the group that Rhea was a member of, on site. For inciting unrest in the city. So that is where we'll pick up next week, back in Baldur's Gate a week later, and you dealing with the fallout of the abduction of an entire city. There's a lot of people in Baldur's Gate who are afraid that the same thing could happen to them because nobody knows what happened. Speculation is just running rampant. And there are people fearful that Baldur's Gate could be next, and who knows, they might be right.
That's a legitimate concern.
Yep.
Fancy is a rock star. You should look into Fancy having, it's like, this guy's a rock star, so like maybe we can make a deal.
Well, I'll have to do my research on what the most popular, I think, what was it? The little halfling community, or I forget. I'll have to do my Baldur's Gate research, but there was definitely
The
like a playhouse. There was a playhouse and concert venue that Fancy definitely could be, if not already played, could be working up for his big chance, his night at Carnegie Hall, so to speak.
It's when we start next week, are I assume to be long rested and all that kind of stuff?
Yeah, because it'll be a week later, so I don't know that we're gonna go on up to level 2 just yet. Let me make that part of my. We'll hold off on. What the fuck?
Okay.
Go to level 2. Fuck it.
Yay!
And can I have purchased some healers kits in Baldur's Gate?
Yes, absolutely.
Perfect.
Anything you need is available at Player's Handbook prices.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, righto. So let me shuffle you off of this map. We got you back on the start. The beautiful artwork of the Archduke of the Hells, Zariel there. All right. I'll quit my babbling. I'll let you all get going with your evenings a little early tonight, and we will see you all next Tuesday.
All right.
All
All
right.
right.
All right, rock and roll, people.
Procession.
See you guys.
Have a
Have a
good
good week.
Yeah.